We have thought of ourselves, perhaps, as creatures moving upon this earth, rather helpless at the storm and hunger and our enemies. We are to think of ourselves as immortals, dwelling in the light, encompassed and sustained by spiritual powers. The steady efforts to hold this thought will awaken dormant and unrealized powers, which will unveil to us the nearness of the eternal. The idea that our thoughts shape our reality is not new. This ancient wisdom has been articulated by many. From a spiritual perspective, the state of our inner reality is connected to the state of our outer experience. In other words, our reality is a mirror. We have the power to shape our inner reality by deciding what to focus on and what to expand. Our reality mirrors back to us what we are doing and who we are, showing us the state of our being and how everything is connected. Can any reasonable man suppose this universe to be mere chaos? The correspondences between the behavior of all things great and small, from the celestial bodies rolling in space to the minute constituent parts of atoms, seem rather to point to a universal pattern of movement governed by an immutable law of change. Indeed, there is much reason to assume this law to be eternal, to suppose that universes may take form and dissolve eon upon aeon without deflecting its action any more than the birth and death of mayflies. The processes of the universe include constant reflection, an eternal cycle of awareness and expansion. The essence of being is perpetual, unaffected by the temporal boundaries that confine our physical forms. When we realize how our inner state interacts with the potentials in the quantum field, we begin to see how our outer experiences are a reflection of what is going on inside. For example, if our inner state is one of chaos, uncertainty, and fear, we notice everything around us that confirms we should be feeling this way. Confirmation bias is when we only look for evidence of what we already believe to be true, refusing to see anything that might refute our conclusion. On the other hand, when we start to see everything as being for our benefit, even the things that spark negative emotions, our reality begins to show us how everything is for us. How we perceive the world is directly connected to how we experience it. So if we focus on gratitude and being thankful for things in our lives, the universe will respond by providing more things to be grateful for. If we do good deeds and spread light and love in the world, we will receive the same back. Whosoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. Our personal relationships are mirrors which reflect back to us our own character. The intimate exchanges within families, friendships, and romantic relationships act as reflective surfaces, providing insights into our strengths, vulnerabilities, and areas for growth. It's these personal connections that expose our emotions and bring out inner parts of ourselves that might otherwise be unnoticed. The joy mirrored in shared laughter, the empathy reflected in times of sorrow, and the camaraderie sparked through shared experiences all contribute to the mirror. Conflicts within relationships act as revealing mirrors, reflecting the shadows within us. Disagreements and tensions often illuminate aspects of our character that we prefer to keep hidden. In these moments, relationships can become catalysts of personal growth. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. While we understand how the people we attract into our lives resonate with the energy we emit, we must also understand how each person lives within a world their own mind creates. Our own worst enemy cannot harm us as much as our unwise thoughts. No one can help us as much as our own compassionate thoughts. So take control of your own thoughts and understand you cannot control other people. Nothing people do is because of you. It is because of themselves. All people live in their own dream, their own mind. They are in a completely different world than the one we live in. When we take something personally, we make the assumption that they know what is in our world, and we try to impose our world on their world. The mirror of reality reflects back to us who we are through the relationships we have. While each individual still operates from their own unique point of view, creating their own karma by what they choose. Then the Lord of Death will say, I will consult with the mirror of karma. So saying, he will look in the mirror, wherein every good and every evil act is reflected. Lying will be of no avail. You can lie to those around you, you can even lie to yourself. But you cannot lie to the universe. Your energy records everything. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror of reality. Reality is the interface we are using to expand our eternal souls. So use it to your advantage and watch your inner wisdom emerge. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you or all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Thanks for listening. If this helped you, check out my playlists and hit that subscribe button. Light and love to you. See you next time.